Hey guys, how are you all? Hope so you all are doing well. Okay, so let's start the story. Without any further conversation, YoOngI and Jimin. YoOngI and Jimin come in the apartment. Jimin see the living room. He look at YoOngI. YoOngI, okay. Don't be so confused. The apartment is my friends give me on my birthday whenever I had with my family. I come here. He said, and Jimin see the apartment. Chungi, the room is there. You can go and fresh up. I am there. You must be hungry. I make something for you. Time skip. Jimin come in the kitchen. He see Yoongi is the veggies. Jimin, you have grocery here? Yoongi, yeah. See, I don't have any special with my family, so I most of the time spent here. That's why I have everything here, and I am Mini Yoongi, and I am Mini Yoongi's responsible person. I don't let you sleep, he said, and Jimin chuckle. I don't let you sleep hungry, he said, and Jimin chuckle. Yoongi see him and smile. Yoongi, you will happy. Tell everyone I am Jimin, and why I tell everyone Yoongi you don't. He stopped and looked at him and raised his eyebrow. Yoongi, I'm Jimin. I mean I don't, but I don't tell how you are. Yoongi, oh, you become Jimin. There is no concept to be. They both continue. They both continue to talk, and Yoongi make the dinner. Yoongi, okay. So now taste and tell me how's it is. Jimin nodded, and he look at Jimin with the sparkle eyes. Jimin, it's a good Yugi see. I said now you will eat. He said and both sit on the well it's okay, right? They start to do the dinner, and they both do the dinner silently. Yungi, you arrange your things. I wash the dishes. Jimin, I do the dishes. Yungi, you are not here for work. You do the dishes. Go and take rest. Jimin, but I do. It's okay. Young, it's not okay for me. Go in the room. We talk later. Jimin say him he want to help him, but Yoongi don't listen him. Yoongi come and Jimin almost arrange everything. Yoongi, Jimin, there is any Jimin, what? Yoongi, I have only one in this apartment. If you feel you can tell me I sleep in living room. Jimin, no, no, I am all fine, Yoongi. You can sleep here. I am not. Yoongi, really? He said being happy, and Jimin smiled, and he said being happy. Jimin smiled and nodded. Yoongi went to him. Yoongi, Jimin. Jimin looked at him. Yoongi, I don't know. You to me, or you are happy or not, but I make sure to give you every happiness of the world. The may have less. I treat you like a soft. You tell me. You tell me everything. What happened? You don't hide from me anything, no matter it's small thing or something else. Can you do that, Jimin? I do. I tell I tell you everything. Yoongi smiled. Yoongi, I leave my everything behind, Jimin, just for you, and I want you always stay with me. You tell me I don't do any, Jimin. I make sure, Yoongi, you never to take this decision. And sometimes our parents become like this. They don't understand us, but with the passage of time they do, and they understand us. So it's just for sometimes, okay? Don't we? I am always with you. Yoongi smile. Yoongi, thank you so much. Down. Yoongi, you must be tired. Jimin, yeah, I am a little bit. Yoongi, so take rest. Jimin nodded, and Jimin lay on the bed, and Yoongi sit there with his laptop. Jimin, what you are doing? Yoongi, nothing, just scrolling. Jimin's sleep now, Yoongi. See the time, Yoongi. I will after some times you sleep. Jimin signed to Jimin signed to see him. He closed his eyes and soon fell in sleep. Yoongi see him and he signed. Okay, so his father, of course, said everyone not to give job to Yoongi. Why don't he apply in any university? He is educated person and here he apply for interview. See the time after some hours. Yoongi sign and see the time 4 a.m. He placed the laptop on the side and see Jimin who's sleeping peacefully. And Yoongi smile and he closed his eyes. Soon he himself sleep. Next day Jimin open his eyes and see he Yoongi and sleeping. Jimin look at Yoongi. Jimin in mind. This is what I always wish for. I wake up and see it's become true. I am so happy. Yoongi, how can I tell you it's just a start and I am feeling like there is only a happiness. There is only a happiness. Okay, so and what you think how can I sleep when I have a he said and Jimin he sit on the bed. Jimin, I will be back after fresh up. Yoongi holds his hand and Jimin is on the Yoongi. You are looking so beautiful, but the thing is this. You are so innocent, so you can't be. Jimin, Yoongi, don't be so. Yoongi, if I don't be, then from where come, huh? If I leave this on you, then we never become. Jimin sighed. Jimin, you are too much. Yoongi, I am going for some work. Be ready. We go on shopping in evening. Jimin, shopping? But why? Yoongi, because I want to take you. Jimin, but there is no need of shopping. Yoongi, I don't ask you. I don't ask you. Do as I said, and you are not. You are looking so. Jimin eyes widen. He hurriedly run in. Yoongi chuckled to see him. He see he see the time he himself fresh up and hurriedly make the breakfast. Yoongi, I am going to the breakfast. If you don't do, then I don't talk with you, Jimin. I do breakfast, but where are you going, Yoongi? I am going to meet my friend. Jimin, okay, take care, Yoongi. Yoongi, the door. Jimin, I will and Yoongi go from there. It's evening time. Yoongi come. Yoongi come home. Tired. So what you all think he got the job? No, he don't have any experience. So how can he apply into now he apply into 2 to 3 universities more? He sits on the couch. Yoongi, Jimin, where are you? Jimin come out from the kitchen. Jimin, you come. Yoongi, he offer him a glass of water. He placed the bottle on the table and said Jimin to sit beside him. As he sits, Yoongi placed his head on his shoulder and sighed. Jimin, what happened, Yoongi? He asked. Yoongi, nothing. Jimin, huh? Yoongi, yeah, I do. Jimin chuckled. You, Jimin, that's why you are seems to be. Yoongi, yeah, I am. Let's sleep. Jimin, no, but I am making dinner. He said, and Yoongi looked at him. Yoongi, I said you don't do work. You are still doing. Why don't you listen me? Jimin, it's okay. It's just a dinner. Yoongi, it's not just a dinner. I talked with my friend and said him arranger. mate. Jimin, what? No, Yoongi, it's okay. There is no work in this apartment. Yoongi, still. Jimin, take phone from him. Jimin, no. There is no need of Yoongi. Like, I listen, he said, and take his phone back and message his friend Jimin. Yoongi, don't say anything. He said, and Jimin signed to see him. Yoongi, do as I do as I said. Let's sleep. Jimin, that much early? Like this, Yoongi, of course. For my life, whenever I come home, you have to be with me all the time, Jimin. I really don't think you are that much, Yoongi. Actually, I am not. I don't talk with anyone. It's just when I see you for the first time. I feel like first time I know on that time. Maybe that was not, but the way we do dinner together, we talk together. That time come which and now understand this. I am if you are not here with me and if you are here with me. Hmm. He said and Jimin replaced hand. Yoongi see him. Yoongi be like a little more. If you want you can stop me by, he said, and Jimin smiled and looking down. Jimin looked at him. Yoongi, well, let's give another try. Huh? So I am saying he speak something. Oh, I don't do the voice on this text. You are read this by yourself. Huh? I really don't want to. I decide. Oh, I write FF. We don't know. Same. Yes. Like this, I don't do voiceover. Let's count the notification. I always do. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Wow. Oh, that's good. 1 week pass. 1 week pass. Both are so happy. There become more. After that, Jimin stand in the kitchen. Jimin in mind. I think I don't. I do a job. I don't let Yoongi to handle all this. He don't even have a job. He no need, but because of me, he leave his. I need to do something. I talk with him. He is thinking when someone and he start Jimin Yoongi, what you are doing? Yoongi, I'm so happy, Jimin. Yoongi and Jimin is with Jimin. Now tell me, Yoongi, guess what? I got a job. He said, make Jimin shock. Jimin job. Yoongi, yes, I got a job in University Jimin. But when you apply for a job, Yoongi, I am doing from almost 10 days and I gave so many interviews, but now today they select me, Jimin. Really? You don't tell me, Jimin. Yoongi, if I tell you, how can I see the precious reaction of yours, Jimin? I'm so happy, Yoongi. I can't believe he said, and Yoongi, you are. I'm so happy, Jimin. I myself is so. Yoongi, now you also wake up early, huh? Make breakfast for me, send to me office, and then I call me, tell me you are Yoongi. Jimin, haha, calm down. You already think so many things, Yoongi, of course. And when I come home, I see you waiting for me. Jimin, seeing his eyes widen to hear it, and Jimin, you are too much, Yoongi. Yoongi, well, yes, I am. And they start to do the cooking together. Hmm. Life is passing. Life is passing so peacefully. Of course, Yoongi got his first salary. He take Jimin for shopping. This is the first time he take Jimin on shopping in a month. Jimin, we come here just 2 days ago, Yoongi. Yoongi, that was your birthday, but now I got my first salary, Jimin. So you bought something for yourself. I don't want anything, Yoongi. No, I do. I do shopping for you. I have everything. He said, and Jimin could speak. He stopped as he see Mrs. Min stand in front of them, watching them. He stopped, and Jungi also stopped. He looked at his mom. Mrs. Min went to Mrs. Min, my son. Jungi, mom, what you are doing here? He asked, and Mrs. Min back on his horse. Miss Jungi, I am fine, mom. Fine, mom. See, he said with a small smile. Mrs. Min nodded. She chuckled and looked at Jimin. Mrs. Min, how are you? My son, he take care of you or not? Jimin smiled and nodded. Mrs. Min, Mrs. Min take care of him. Of him also. He have a habit to skip the. He don't eat and Yungi, mom, I am okay. Mrs. Min, your dad sometimes behave like this. Please, not even I don't. You want to make Jimin happy, we make Jimin happy. You want this, we do. We do everything what you said, but please, she isn't saying Yungi Sana, no Yungi, no mom. Mrs. Min said to him, Jimin, please, said him. Jimin, auntie, please don't. Please, Mr. Min, come, Mr. Min. Could speak, he stopped to see Yungi and his Jimin see all this. Yungi looked at his dad. Yungi, mom, go. He's here to take you. Mrs. Min, please. Mr. Min went toward him. Mrs. Min, please, said him. Come with us. He's my son. Mr. Min hold her hand and take her from there. Who's to see her son? Yungi asked him to say Jimin. Yungi saw where we are. Jimin, let's go home, Yungi. Yungi, but Jimin, it's okay. Jimin didn't listen him. Jimin, I said, let's go home. Yungi also stay silent and they both also go home. And Yungi on the bed seeing the ceiling. When Jimin come and on the bed, Yungi went to him and placed his head on Jimin. You know, Yungi, sometimes we think we can handle our by ourselves. Why we try to tell anyone, and sometimes we do, but it's us from inside. Yungi, what I do, Jimin? What I do? I saw my mom today because of me. I am the one who gave her reason to smile, and today she's just because of me. Jimin gave her reason to smile again. Yungi looked at him. Jimin, we go tomorrow to meet them. Yungi sign as no. Yungi, no. What happens with you, Jimin? Nothing happens. They don't do anything. You don't give them 2 months pass. Yungi, I know. Soon I don't want we also see this. So please, Yungi, you think they accept me? Jimin nodded. Jimin, yes, I think. Yungi places to calm himself. Jimin sleep now. I'm here. He said, and he don't said sometimes it's okay too. Uh, hmm. Mrs. Min is she sit in the living room. She meets Yungi yesterday and Granny, don't it's enough like this. You become Mrs. Min. I don't know anything. I just want my son back. Mr. Min sit on the couch and see all this on the one who don't think about you. Mrs. Min, it's all because of you. My son don't do anything. Jimin don't do anything. It's all you. Some mom don't know. She's and look up, see Yoongi come. She's shocked. Young, she run and him. Mrs. Min see him and everyone asked and Young. She start Yoongi, ew, don't you look so weird? You don't change a little bit, Young. You like him, innocent, but no. She said, and chuckled. everyone chuckled. Mrs. Min, my son, you come. Shame, Yoongi, I come to meet you. Mrs. Min, no, I don't let you go anywhere now, she said, and Jimin stand on the side. See all this, Yoongi went to his father. He knelt down in front of them. Yoongi, sorry, Dad, he said, and look at his father, who's looking at him. Mr. Min, for what? Yoongi, I don't know, I just saw it, he said, and his father. Mr. Minjor is here, otherwise are you? What you think of yourself, huh? What you are? How can you go? You are so elder to take the responsibilities of everything. Yoongi, please, dear Mr. Min, you know how much I was for you. Yoongi, but I am fine, Dad. Mr. Min, then go. Why you come if you were fine? Yoongi, no, no, I am not, he said, and Dad, Mr. Min, you are still same for me. If you do this again, then leave Jimin here and go Yoongi. That's Dad, he said. Then they they all chuckled. Mrs. Min as Jimin's son for everything. Jimin, please, Auntie, don't say anything. Granny, no one me here. Yoongi, you make my in past. I don't talk with you. Jimin, Yoongi, he signed to say him. Mrs. Min, don't let you go. I don't let you go anywhere. I stay. I stay here. Yoongina, I find a job now. I do my own work. He said proudly. Huh? They give you job? He said, and Yoongi roll, Yoongi roll his eyes. Yoongi, really? Huh? They don't deserve that much. Handsome or girl must be on me. And Jimin, be careful as I think I need to. Yoongi, I'm just kidding. Mr. Min as Jimin san and stay here with us. From now on, Jimin looked at Yoongi. Yoongi, what? I don't said anything. It's on you. Jimin nodded. Jimin, we will. He smiled. Yoongi, what? And what about the? He said, and Jimin become. Everyone start laughing. They all are sons. They talk a lot. Jimin and Yoongi and Jimin is talking well. Yoongi so and Jimin in front of his family. That's why they both become like this. Hmm. Jimin is going. Jimin is going in his room. He stopped as Sanjay come. Jimin didn't even look at him. He about to go, but Sanjay speak. Sanjay, you must be so happy to successfully come in this house again, huh? You, my brother, so nicely, Jimin. I am glad. I are not he said then. Sanjay asked, why didn't Sanjay you? Yoongi, slow down. Yoongi, come and stand beside Jimin. Yoongi, I don't even someone look at and you are thinking to at him. Don't even think to do this. You will. Let's go, Jimin. He hold Jimin hand and goes, Sanjay, how you do all this? I have to do something. I need to do something. He think and go downstairs. So this is the final third last scene in room. Yoongi, wow, what was that? Jimin, what? He stand in front of mirror. Yoongi, what you call him? Jimin sign. Jimin, I don't have any attention to said this Yoongi. The real thing is this. I don't think I don't think what she think. I don't think want she think I don't want he think I am. So he again started me like he doing. Yoongi, good, ma. I'm with you. Jimin smiled to see him. Yoongi, you okay now? I saw you were feeling in morning. Yoongi, yeah. Jimin, yeah, I am fine like this. Maybe I had Yoongi, you don't even need anything. Jimin, I don't need anything, but I am fine. Jimin, Yoongi, he said, and Jimin, Yoongi, listen now. I'm tired. Yoongi, don't sit, please. You can take rest, he said, and Jimin smiled. Jimin, thank you. Yoongi, good night. Sleep well, and then they both fell in sleep. Only two scenes are left, and my voiceover finish. I am tired. Hmm. Okay, so some are left now. Huh. The next start. Jimin come in. Jimin come in the kitchen downstairs. Jimin, good morning, auntie. Mrs. Min, good morning. Where is Yoongi? Jimin, he go early. In morning, Hyung and morning. Nah, I don't believe. She said while eating fruits. Jimin chuckled. Jimin, but you have to believe now. He really go. Mrs. Min, where he go? Jimin University. He do job as a professor. Mrs. Min, really? She becomes so happy. Jimin, yeah. Mrs. Min, my son had dreamed to be professor, but his father always told him to take interest in business. I am happy now. Jimin, huh? It's good to hear it. He complete his dream, he said, and Mrs. Min nodded. Mrs. Min, he do the breakfast. Jimin, yeah, I make for him. Mrs. Min, you do breakfast or not? You think? Young, let him skip na. Jimin chuckled. Jimin, auntie, I do breakfast. I make for you. Mrs. Min, no, my no son, my Yoongi, and treat you like a. How can I let you do work? Jimin smiled. It's true. Jimin himself never thinks someone else him that much, and then they heard a voice. Sonjin, mom, give me something to eat. See the time, Mrs. Min. When you wake up late, this happens, don't? Jimin in mind, what happened with everyone? Here, why they all become so Sonjin? He think and talk with Sonjin. Oh, really? And what you think about your son who is still sleeping? Mrs. Min, he go office early in the morning. Sonjin, if this is a second lesson, if he was there, then my secretary informed me. Mrs. Min, he is doing his own work, and I am so proud on him. Sonjun, what he is doing? Mrs. Min, my son is professor in university. Sonjun, wow, nice. He teach kids now. He said and start laughing. Jimin, at least it's much better than to handle your father business. He doing something on his own. Sonjin, I said you don't speak. Jimin, I don't hear anything about my I'm giving you. He said and gave him Sonjin see and become shocked like he's really Jimin. Sonjin, I think my brother teaches so many things. Jimin, of course he do. He tell me how to talk with people according to their and here and second last scene and the third last text and go from there. Jimin, I am sorry auntie if you feel but I can't hear anything about Chingy. Mrs. Min smile. Mrs. Min, I am so happy you are also with him as he is. Wow, wow, Jimin Hyung, you change a lot, huh? My Hyung changed you a lot. Jimin chuckle and his phone ring. He got to attend the call. Last scene and the second last text finally. Yoongi come on. Yoongi come on. Jimin come on the side and sit on the couch. He attend. He attend the call. Jimin, hello. No response. Jimin, Yoongi, it's still no response. Jimin, Yoongi if speak otherwise at the call. Yoongi, no, don't. I am listening. You speak. Jimin chuckle. Jimin, really? And how can I speak like this, huh? You talk with me. Yoongi, you are okay now. In morning also, I notice you are feeling. Jimin, I am fine. I am fine. When you come home, Yoongi, I come in evening. I do lunch here. You don't. I ask from mom. Jimin, okay, but why don't you come? Young, I have to attend a meeting. Okay, last in a second, last text. Jimin, I am fine. Yoongi, I see till evening. If I don't feel we go. Jimin, think once again. If you said we go now. Jimin, no, no, in evening. Yoongi, alright, take rest. I need to go. Jimin, bye. Take care. Yoongi, you too. He said and cut the call. Jimin sign and about to stand up, but he hope so you all like. If you like, then subscribe and tell me in comments. Bye.